And you are so terrible at criticizing people. I can't believe how lousy you are at offering people your helpful advice. You are terrible at criticizing. See what I did there? My face is stuck. See what I did right there? I was a crummy criticizer. The art of helping somebody you know and love to be more godly, not simply more obedient, but to be more godly really is a gift. That's right. If we are going to be constructive Christian criticizers who use alliteration more often than not, we've got to study the Bible to figure out, okay, what does this look like? How do I help people in my home to grow? You want that, don't you? But offering that, come on, especially mom and dad, for us, it's just so easy to bark. Hey, knock it off. Cut that out. Clean up the mess. Fix the thing. Vacuum do the garage. Get your and we just simply command. Now, what do we get from our children? Well, give or take, mostly compliance, but we don't get a heart change. That is the goal of constructive Christian criticism. It is not to simply demand conformity to your will. It is to help them desire to submit to the will of the Father. May I ask you, how do you do when it comes to criticism? Ask your family. Just go ahead and ask them. Say, hey, how does Dad do when it comes to being critical? And if any of your kids go, well, then you're probably not doing it really, really well. Let's let David Murray help us be constructive Christian criticizers. Here's his first tip. It is preceded by praise. All right, hold on. Who did? The P shouldn't be capitalized. Who's the grammatical numbskull who doesn't know that? Oopsie, I'm not heeding any advice, am I? David Murray writes, for criticism to have any hope of accomplishing anything, it should be set in the wider context of praise. Hey, whoever did that text did a really good job, but the preceded thing, I mean, come on, people! Not quite there yet. May I ask you, to which form of criticism do you respond better? When it's served with a little bit of sugar, or when somebody just comes at you, hey, knock it, get with, start to, do better? How do you respond better? Yes, I know the Proverbs talk about the Christian man, the godly person, should accept any form of criticism, even when it's delivered very, very poorly. Just the same, why do I want to make it hard for somebody to accept criticism? What do I want here? Frequently, what we want, it's that. I'm annoyed with you. You and your performance is letting me down, and I'm a bit torqued about it. And so we have a tendency to come at the person to just have victory, to win, to get them to do my will. That's not the goal of constructive Christian criticism. Mom and Dad, this will forever change your home. I'm not kidding. I read about it in a book that I'm writing right now. If you have an interaction with your child, whatever it happens to be, one of the sit-downs, or in a more informal session when they are doing something, naughty, if the result of that conversation does not bear the fruit of your child's love for Jesus, his fear for God, and his desire to be obedient, then you've biffed it. Think about your parenting. When you engage with your kids, now, I get it. We're busy. We're running around. We've got stuff to do. And not every interaction with our children needs to involve a 3-point alliterated sermon. But if we aren't overall, if our trajectory, if our orientation isn't toward my desire for this child is to love Jesus more, then you're going to be critical and not a helpful, constructive Christian criticizer. You answer the question. Which kind of criticizer are you? Point number 2 from David Murray. Criticism is infrequent. All right, again with the not cap, but I'll take care of this after the program. I think that David Murray actually did that. So when I see him, how often do you criticize? How do your children view you when you walk into a room? When you say their names, do they immediately think, Dad's here to praise me again. Mom wants to congratulate me for doing such a good job. Or do they go, oh no, here it comes. More specifically, consider your ratio. What is your ratio of criticism to praise? Here's what David Murray wrote. Some recommend a praise/criticism ratio of at least 3-to-1 and ideally closer to 5-to-1. More praising than criticizing helps you to be a constructive Christian critic, not somebody who's just critical.